everyone. This week's recipe of the week is being brought to you by Cracker Boy and Cracker Girl Seasoning. Brent Price is not in the house. In his place is two lovely ladies. I tell you what, Brent, I'm sorry, buddy. They are definitely eye candy to this show. You're not. And that is Miss Joy and Miss Deborah. How are y'all doing?
Good.
Good evening.
What?
Don't talk about a sponsor like that, you nut.
I love my sponsor, but I tell you what, he knows I'll tell the truth too. Y'all are prettier than he is.
Hey, I have to say one thing though. I do read Lisa's and I do read that, but if we get into anything, I know where to go.
That's right. That's right.
We will go to Nick and say,
go to Nick.
help, because that's his expertise for sure. But,
Well, I understand Deborah bailed you out over here.
Oh my goodness, it has been a crazy week, and I just called her today and said,
Yeah, it was kind of
no
like...
is acceptable, but please.
I did not mind doing it at all. So
Groveling, Deborah said something about groveling is acceptable.
Let me say real quick before we get into the recipe, Tanner and Christy Brown with Brown's Florist. I always call you Brown, it's hell, but it's Brown. Made this. This is for Grandparents' Day, and this vase is beautiful.
Day?
The 13th
of September.
They're here,
Grandparents'
and she
Day.
always brings something so pretty, and usually
Remember
it's...
that,
I know nothing about it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you better.
Yeah.
I'll send
So
you
isn't
a
that
text.
pretty? That's so pretty, and I just wanted to share that. And also the T-shirts, our new T-shirts in this color, but they can go online and get the T-shirts and the cookbook, because we're fixing to come out with another cookbook, but don't
You and
forget
Deborah
those.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Golly. This recipe is already online. Wanda took care of that, the pictures and all. And will you tell us about it, please, Miss Deborah?
yes, this has been online a lot lately on Facebook. People have been sharing it on Pinterest, and it originally was a ham and Swiss cheese slider. I just usually try to make a recipe my own. I use turkey and mozzarella, because that's what I preferred.
And Cracker Boy?
And in the sauce that you put on top, it's a melted butter and then some other spices. But I took out the onion salt spice and added Cracker Boy instead. Instead of the onion spice, yeah. And
so you made that on top?
Yeah, you just you just brush it on there. The melted butter and the spices are all blended together, and then you just bake them for 10 minutes in the oven at 350. They're poppy seed.
Poppy seeds.
And I, while I'm up here, have to give a shout out to some little viewers that are watching me. They always watch this show every single week. They even watch it when it comes on as reruns.
I love it.
And that is Hayden Hooper and his little sister Hope Hooper.
We got to put
And they
them on
are
the Christmas list.
they are my wonderful little buddies.
We have to say hi to Kevin too.
Yeah, and Kevin.
Well, I have to say hello to Kevin.
Well, Kevin was actually the first person that ever introduced me to Cracker Girl Seasoning. He was, and now I've just been a fan ever since. But he was the original person who ever introduced our family
And
to
he
that
and I,
stuff.
we carry our expertise out there where
Kevin's a
everybody
good
sees
guy who has great parents and a lovely wife.
And I
But he
tell you
has
what,
great little kids.
Now, can we go ahead, Deborah, since you're up here, and talk about, because the September the 19th,
It is our
there's
tractor
something
show.
special going on at your place.
Right, our tractor show is coming up on the 19th.
So we're
So
going to be there. Joe and I will be there along with Ty and all of our grandkids. We're going to have the boat there, and we're going to talk fishing. So come on by and talk fishing with us, and in between tractor pulls and antique tractor stuff. And kids have got a thing. What all they get is
they
corn
have
shucking and
corn shucking, and they have needle in the haystack, and there'll be a big inflatable bouncy house, and we have small little tractors for them to do their own little tractor pull with, which is always a huge hit. I mean, they really give it all that they can, and sometimes grandparents are guilty of helping them. Our Mike last year helped Claire Ann. She won 3rd place. She was not 2 years old.
rig.
And she wanted to participate so bad, and you know, you just can't tell a little child that wants to participate no. I mean, you got to encourage them, you know.
Well, I know for a fact there's bluegrass music out there being played full time. Jim Flowers will be cooking up
Sorghum.
And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, he takes it from the stalk to the jar and shows you how to do it. It is awesome.
And
to
he's
watch.
actually really good at it.
He is really good.
And Nick, you have to come out there because it's
Then I
all
supply-
we can do to keep Hugh out of the little tractor.
I take the biscuits. I take the biscuits and sop them.
Oh, that's all
No,
hard to beat.
you're really after the tractor ride. Tell the truth.
No, I'm not. I'm after sopping.
Well,
We have a train ride for the
Yeah,
kids
that's
that are going on out
That's
there. And we
All
serve
kinds of
barbecue
crafts.
up that day. Kevin Hooper does our barbecue for us. We serve that up that day.
And you have all kinds of vendors out there,
crafts
too.
and
Yeah.
vendors
Yeah.
up there. So
It's
come
just
out
a
there.
fun day.
September 19th, 4550 Eaton's Creek Road, right there in beautiful Nashville, Tennessee. Like you're going to Ashland City Highway. Instead of going to Ashland City, turn the other way and stop at the caution light, take a left, and y'all are down there on the right.
1.3 miles.
1.3 miles. She knows exactly. Hey, I tell you what, we love the fact. Thank you so much for that recipe. It's on our website, southernwoodsandwaters.com. Go and check it out on the recipe section. I want to put up now, Courtney. Let's put up. We sent you or told you about Army Corps of Engineers. Jim Roth is the attorney in charge of the. I guess he's in charge of the legal defense for the Army Corps of Engineers
Here
for this
locally,
area.
that's right.
For this local area. There's his number, 615-736-7692. Now, please, you're representing a huge amount of people when you call that number. Remember, we don't cuss, we don't date girls that do, or nothing like that. I mean, so please, let's keep it very, very professional. Just tell them that you're concerned. You would like to know some reasonings. You would like to know some answers, and you would also like to voice that you do not wish for them to close down their ramps, or whatever the case may be. That's the number that you can do it with. Let's please keep it very, very short and very, very professional. And we do represent a whole lot of people.
Well, you get more flies with, in this case, sorghum rather than vinegar, right?
That's exactly
You know?
right. Some of that Jim Flower stuff, I'm telling you, you get more with it, and you'll get a lot further because if he's like me or anybody else, the first time somebody calls me a bad name, I'm gonna hang up.
Well, and and it's. We want an explanation from him. It's not necessarily his decision, but
No.
he's the one that could is authorized to be the
He's
mouthpiece.
the liaison.
Correct.
He's
the messenger.
He's the messenger.
And we need to get the message.
Yes,
And that's
and
what
we
we
don't
need.
need to shoot the messengers.
No.
We need to just. They need to hear from us. We need to hear from them, and know what's going on. There's so many questions out there we need answers to.
Well, and if you want to make a Freedom of Information request, you could ask him where to send that. It needs to be in writing and stating what you want. But I definitely would be interested to see those leases.
I would
and
too.
what they say about that and why this is happening and what the push is. Because today when I called out to Percy Priest, I called downtown on Broadway first, and everybody just seemed kind of disheveled when I called. We're kind of nervous, as if they'd been told don't discuss it. Gave me another number to call, and that was kind of the same thing. They weren't told to discuss it, and so there's something going on. And if everybody bands together, we're stronger in numbers than we are singularly. So hopefully we can get an answer to this, and hopefully Senator Alexander, we can make enough weight that he'll get involved in this and
Like
help
I
us
said,
out.
I've called both the Nashville office and the Washington office for Lamar Alexander, waiting to hear from him. He's got a team investigating right now, but I do want to read you something. I got an opportunity to talk to mayoral candidate Megan Berry, and I want to read. She is all for us having the rights to hunt and fish. I mean, she is all for it. And here she told me that I could read this quote. And this is a quote from Megan Berry on September the 2nd. It says, access to our Great Lakes in Davidson County are under assault by making it unaffordable to use a boat ramp. We are to a point that we are pricing out our tax-paying citizens who have a right to enter the lake using a boat ramp. I will work with the Corps of Engineers and our federal officials to see this policy amended or overturned entirely. Signed, Megan Berry, September 2nd. So just to let you know that we do have some politicians out there we are working with to try and get this rectified and put a swift end to it. The more you cut on something with a hacksaw or something, the sorer it's going to get. I'd rather cut it off with a guillotine. Let's get it done with. Let's get it over. and then you don't have all that. We do have our contest, our giveaway tonight. This is a Frank G print, and we are so proud of Frank G. He's a local guy, a local artist extraordinaire right here in Sumner County. And if you'll be the 5th caller here, 737-7767, put your phone up, Nick. But you will be the proud owner of this beautiful, beautiful print of a nice trout. Hurry back to more Southern Woods and Waters.